Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Six Figure Developer Channel.
We're live. It's all good. Keep going.
Yeah, Clayton is still messing with screens and doing all kinds of stuff. But welcome. This is Live Coding, Live Wednesday, live stuff, where we work on personal projects and banter and such.
We do work on the banter.
It's been a day. It's been a week.
Been a day and a half.
So welcome, everyone. We get the drop game going. We've got the Surly Bot Army in chat dropping away. How's it going? How's it been?
It's been good.
I mean, you know.
Wes has been here forever.
Wow.
Welcome, Wes. 7 months in a row.
That's craziness.
And a raptor face.
Rawr. So tonight we'll be working on Blazor game. What?
We were just bantering, but it's fine.
I mean,
it's fine. Okay, yeah. All right, well, yeah. Let's work on Blazor game.
Yeah.
What's Blazor game, Clayton?
It's a game engine written in Blazor.
Thank you and good night.
So, just because I can, I'm writing a game engine in Blazor. It was originally intended to follow the API of Monogame, but that proved difficult. So now it's just whatever I come up with. When we last left off, we had gotten some stuff working, which I will demo here in just a second. I don't think I've changed anything important in the interim.
Wait, when we left off, was it broken or was it working?
No, it's totally working. See, we got a box of fire flying around the screen.
We've been good about patching it up every.
It's I rendered fire in Photoshop. We're also doing a color rotation, so it doesn't look quite right. But it demonstrates transparency, the ability to tint, the ability to render an image, and the ability to move stuff around. However, I've learned that all of that was done wrong.
Yes. Delete it all and start
Delete it all and start over.
Hooray!
Not quite that severe, but my future plans. So in the
Blazor Mr. Magoo is here for that.
Yes.
He's just waiting for the day. So here in the shader, which one is this? The vertex shader. See how we're doing all this stuff with these matrices, the projection matrix and the model view matrix, and all this translation for the clip space and all that junk.
It's like math and stuff, right?
Right, math and stuff. And then we're doing more math in the code.
Yeah.
To set up those values, just to try and be compatible, right? So we're doing this stuff. It turns out, hello, Laser Game 17.
Hey, look, feature chat works.
Yeah, it also makes a very annoying sound. But it turns out that you can do.
Not for me.
You can do your matrix stuff pretty much all in the JavaScript. And then when you send across an effective position value, right here, which would actually be, I think, a vec4 instead of a vec2, but you can send across a position that has all of this stuff already done to it.
Again, so much JavaScript for a Blazor project. I don't understand.
Right. And because of that, because we can do the stuff in code as opposed to in string. Right, so we're gonna work to move this stuff out of the string shader language and into code. But in preparation for that, I don't want to do it in JavaScript. I want to do it in C#. So we need to create a matrix library in C#. So that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on the matrix library that will eventually replace these matrix calls that are being done in the JavaScript. So that they will actually be done in the C#, which will also change the the call API that we've been building up. So that's both good and bad. It'll simplify it because we won't have to pass so much all of this information. Some of it will be pre-calculated in the C# side, so we'll actually be able to send hopefully less information, or only the important information. But we'll be able to do all of our calculations and all of that stuff in C#. So that's what we're going to go for.
So what you're saying is we're going to convert our JavaScript back to
C#.
no, what is it?
We're going to convert the shader
clip
language.
Space. We're going to convert this
screen space. It's going to stay screen space.
Screen space, but then we're going to do all of the
we're going to do
space.
We're going to do the screen space calculation. Technically in the C#.
In the C#.
I have a question. Why in the latest Docker dashboard, Docker desktop version, is skipping an update a pro feature?
It did seem like a strange thing.
Right?
Well, only pros can skip updates.
Maybe because they're taking away functionality with the update.
It seems about right. I mean, get them hooked first, and then just start taking stuff away and make them pay for it.
I've worked at companies that tried that. Hey, freaking Ward's been subscribed as long as Wesley. Sweet.
I have a feeling that might have been the drunken Ward night where he was just gifting out subs.
Well, I mean, that's when he subscribed, but the ones that he gifted, I don't think most of them ended up renewing. He needs to get drunk more often. And gift some subs.
You heard it here first.
Okay, so anyway, so so the JavaScript matrix library that we're using is this GL matrix. I don't know hardly anything about matrix math, so I'm literally going to steal their code and change it into C#.
That's terrible.
It says that I can.
Wait, hold on. It's MIT license, permissions, limitations.
All I have to do is
conditions.
copy this text and put it in my project, and everything's
That's fair.
Everything's copacetic.
All right. That's big words.
It's just otherwise I wouldn't have shown it on the screen. I would have just stolen it behind the scenes.
This doesn't feel like you're writing your own though.
Well, I'm going to write tests, which they probably don't have.
Well, then you should fork there, or you
That's
should. That's
incorrect. They have tests. They have a spec, so I'll steal their spec first.
Wait, Blazor Mr. Magoo just subscribed with Prime. We didn't even have to get Aaron drunk for it.
Oh, well, this is the second month. Sweet. Hooray. Okay, anyway, so I guess I'm going to count this as... this would be like a helper. You think helper would be a good folder for the matrix stuff to be in?
Helper's a terrible word.
Give me a word. It doesn't.
It should be in a math library. It should be in its own thing.
Just make a meth folder.
Meth? No, not meth.
That's what Ash said though.
Math. But we might have some British folks watching, so then it should be maths,
The maths.
plural.
Yeah, a math folder.
I'm not sure I understand.
I was actually. I mean, let's start with a folder, but I was actually saying that it should be in its own library. It should be its own package.
Right. But I'm not
because
gonna.
you're writing.
So
you're writing.
I wouldn't.
And then you should just not do it. You should just bring in the one that's already made. But whatever.
I probably will delete it when I go to rewrite it.
Clayton feels seen.
I shouldn't be making a file yet. I should be going into the tests, and then we can make a.
Are we test driving? Wait, how are you test driving somebody else's code? I don't understand.
They have specs. I could just use their specs. Look, it's just input, expect. Ooh, hello. Come back. Why'd it go away?
So many icons on your desktop. Clean that up.
That's where they go when you install stuff.
No, it's not.
But anyway, they have specs, so I'm just gonna kind of follow their specs, and then if they work in C#, as I assume they work in JavaScript, we should be fine. New folder.
Speaking of icons, one of the things that frustrates me, I delete all the icons. Well, I move them that on the work laptop to a folder because sometimes they like come back later and they're like, oh, you have to have that shortcut to get to someplace. So I move them all into a folder and then delete them off my desktop so I can have a clean desktop.
Broke everything.
No, they come back every time I connect to the VPN. It's freaking annoying.
I'm gonna assume
They also set Chrome as my default browser.
Clayton, can you move me just ever so, like, I think you and I are just too close. We need some social distancing. I want to be closer to Ash. No, that's the... Oh, no. Should not have said anything.
Is that better?
Wait. What is happening?
Look, if I can't put you over here because when we have a guest, that's where the guest goes. So I have to put you over here. I can put you here. You want to be up here? You can hang out like in my code.
No.
I can't make everyone happy.
I didn't ask you to make everyone happy. I asked you to make me happy.
Yeah, but
Perfect. All right, let's move on.
what is this? It must be an MS test library. No, why would I test method that? Yeah, sure. Let's assume it's an MS test library. I don't know.
We use XUnit now.
I really don't. I use whatever. This one doesn't have
We use XUnit.
I guess it doesn't technically have a specification of what type of library it is.
No, you have to bring it in, I think.
Fixture. Nope, it doesn't know what it is. Oh, it's a test fixture? I don't know. Like I said, I use whatever shows up.
Well, that's because you're using Microsoft Visual Studio testing, unit testing.
Actually, every time I create a new project, I think it suggests a different test library, and I just roll with it. That's, again, with the method. I need to go and see what their common spec holds.
Standards. Clayton has none. Whatever.
Can you share
It was there.
Can you share the library link?
Yeah, sure. Geometrics. If I can. There is the library link.
We were also watching this video earlier.
Oh, yes.
If anyone is interested in pair programming.
So this is, so given a radian, no, given a degree, 2 radian, returns, oops, radian. Yay. All right, so... Oh, what? Oh, they wrote that weird. To be equal-ish. I like it. Okay,
Well, it isn't perfect because it's pi.
Yeah, it's a float, so you have to do delta.
Yep.
So they're saying that the library. So I'm gonna change this up a little bit. I'm gonna say 1 var result equals 180. to radian. I'm going to do that. And then R equal, and then we'll go result. Oh, no. As it was expected first, isn't it? Yeah, pi. Math.pi. Result 0.00000 f. Or double. It's a d, right? Is that right? Okay, so that should be a thing. Oop, hello. All right, so
I've not used this. Excuse me.
not
So
used what?
is that the what is that? That third piece there in R equal, is that basically specifying
it's the delta.
the delta?
Yeah.
Got it.
So it has to be accurate within however many positions, or oh, sorry, I did it wrong. It's that. It's however many positions that is, and then within one point or one value.
Yes.
On that side.
Okay.
Okay, so to radian, so we'll need in our maths, which I guess I got rid of no, there it is. So add class, and I think, yeah, they've got like an equals. So, which that. I feel like we already have that, but okay. Anyway, so common extensions. How do you spell that? Extends eons.
I'm not the one to ask.
Let's go with that. If
Spell
it's
it with a Z and a Q.
yeah, if it's wrong, I can always public static class.
That's not how you spell
Jeez.
static.
What? That's how I spell static. What are you talking about? Public double to radian this. Well, they're passing in an integer, but I would assume you could also do a decimal degree and pass it into the radians and still end up
I would
with.
assume that. Yeah.
So this double degrees. All right, so then return stuff.
It's degrees times pi divided by 180. No, but okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get within your accuracy that you're looking for.
Well, that's the point, though.
Oh.
I want it to build and I want it to run, but I also want it to fail.
Got it.
And it's not incorrect. It's just not correct enough.
Got it.
Can we not using Blazor game dot framework?
So your next move is going to be to change it to math.py.
Oh, because this is a there.
Yeah, that's it. Not a double.
So I will actually fix that and double.
.14 spelled backwards spells pi.
Sure. There we go. Okay, so it's wrong, and it says that it's not correct enough. Okay, so now we need to go and look at their actual code.
It's times pi divided by 180.
I'm sure. I actually do believe you. I want to see.
You can look at their code, but that's what it is.
I want to see exactly what they did.
You should know by now he's not going to believe you, even with the white paper.
It's actually they have. Yeah, no. So they multiply the input by degree, and degree is equal to math.pi divided by 180. So you did it wrong.
Can you remove and sort you're using since bugging me?
Sure.
Control RG.
Wait, what?
Control
they do?
RG. Oh, what is wrong?
Because that's not correct. So from what you just described, I think.
I can also
Don't forget to bring in Newton Soft and Auto Mapper for Wesley.
Yeah, I can also just
Perfect.
Alt Enter and then. All right. Anyway, so it would be degrees times math dot
Yeah, this is what I said.
pi.
He's
I'll
not
see.
listening to
Just saying. That's what I said.
you. You removed all those usings.
No, there's a name conflict because I've got math here, so I can't reference it that way. Oh wait, I have it. I've got it.
Maths, plural.
Yeah, using maths as or no system.
System.math as maths. Perfect.
Is that's not how you do it, is it? Is it equals? No. Is it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
Equals?
Doesn't it like you? What?
I don't know. I never use this trick. There it is. I never use this trick. So
You really shouldn't.
there we go. Maths.pi. Now everybody's happy. Okay.
So much wrong. So much wrong.
So then that is now correct, and we are within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, seven decimal places, 6 decimal places, I guess, and a little bit extra, 7. I don't know.
But Wes, you're not happy because you have a deployment tonight.
Okay, so that one passes.
Not because of the spelling of math, or with or without an S.
All right, now that's the only test they have for that. Now they've got an equals, which I find a bit strange that we need an equals, but I mean we may not in C#. So should return false for different numbers, should return true for the same number, and should return true for numbers that are close. I don't think we need this. I'm going to write the tests, but I'm just going to use the built-in .NET functions because I don't think we actually need to create a thing. So,
Why don't we just not do it
Given
until we need it?
2 doubles. Well, because I don't know when we'll need it.
Right. That's why you don't do it until you
Well,
need
no,
it.
but I'm recreating the matrix library.
Oh,
You see,
I
so
see what
I'm
you're saying.
setting up the test conditions for the matrix library.
He's
But it
recreating
breaks.
the matrix.
The matrix.
Yes.
Can you plug me back in?
It's the smell.
But it'll just be slightly off for people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like
gonna,
a black
I'm
cat.
gonna do I'm gonna do the Matrix version 1.0 where everybody's all happy.
You are. Clayton. Clayton,
equal when
you,
equals
you're doing the happy matrix.
that when then
After he gets finished with his car.
yeah. Well, for the operating system, the game engine, the car. You know, recently I've been watching a lot of videos on green woodworking, and I think I want to make some like Windsor chairs. I just need to make a shaving horse and a pole lathe. Oh, and I also have to make a draw knife, a spoke shave, and some lathe tools like a a scoop, a chisel. There's a couple special kinds of chisels that you need to make or have, but I blacksmith, so why not make? The real trick though is making the handles for the tools on the lathe when you don't have the tools yet. I guess I could hold them with just like a chunk of metal at the end, but okay, so double equals, and then we expect returns. Oh,
True.
so actually two equal doubles returns true. I don't know why I was trying to, and then I'm just gonna prototype all of these. Oh no, I'm gonna prototype all these things, and then so two unequal doubles returns false, and two, what do they call it? Two that are close to
Mostly equal double.
almost equal doubles returns. Why'd I delete true just to type true? Okay, anyway,
Returns maybe.
And very quickly, we have 4 passing unit tests.
Ta-da!
just like that. Unfortunately, these didn't add to the code coverage really. That's awesome.
Some can cover code. Some increase your number of unit tests.
Okay, so I don't think we actually need to write any actual code for these, so I'm just gonna basically get the result.
I'm not entirely sure what a Windsor chair is.
Aren't they like the
It's easy enough to Google.
the rounded back chairs that have like spindly backs? I don't know.
Ah, yes. Okay.
But I'm just guessing, so I may be wrong.
So you're gonna have to bend, like steam bend, the rail around the outer edge.
Yeah. So you start with a log, and then you use a froe and a hatchet to split the log down to the appropriate size, and then you use the shaving horse or shaving pony, depending on where you're from, and
large or small,
and a draw knife to form the wedges that you now have into roughly circular shapes and roughly the right size. And then you use the pole lathe to refine those sizes down to like chair legs or stretchers or whatever else.
How did Clayton stab himself in the stomach? Oh, he was using a shaving horse.
Go figure.
I mean, he'll just add to the the newspaper articles. Florida man.
Blazor Mr. Magoo says he'll have to make a workshop as well. Didn't you hear that mentioned?
I'm already doing that. It's false. Now, so do I need to put a D on these? 'Cause these are doublés. Because you don't do the epsilon or the delta with the sorry, you don't do the delta with the
Yep, that's correct.
with floats.
don't use
It's only
with
with
floats.
doubles. You knew what I was trying to think.
Yeah, but it was fun watching you like the steam roll off.
All right, so then they take this and they
The other fun part is this, chat, is that Clayton has done something to his virtual camera in OBS. So he is a gray box on our screen. We can only see him on Twitch, which has like a 7-second delay. So
in this case is E the epsilon. Do we have epsilon predefined in here?
I think it'd probably be in the E's.
Well, they could have called it something else. Like
So that's GL matrix epsilon. I have no idea what GL matrix
return the
epsilon.
smaller magnitude of the double of 2 to no.
I can dig into their code to
Well,
see.
I mean, I have it right on the other
Yeah,
thing.
I understand.
It's basically that value that I typed in earlier. So
Oh,
We can
I
just,
see.
We can just pop over here and we can say public static
There you go.
double or const public static const double. I guess you don't need the static if it's const. Epsilon equals 0. You know what? I'm not gonna try and count zeros.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
What does it not like?
Whatever. It doesn't like the
all uppercase.
yeah. Whatever.
Ah.
I don't the care. So then here it would be other
Maths.
maths dot. No, that's
Oh,
in the
no.
other place.
Oh.
This should just be. It should be that. I don't know why it's. Anyway. Oh, we could call maths this here, and then that would get really confusing. Epsilon. I'm gonna make that shorter in a minute because that's terrible. Divided by 2. And then of course it says no. Yeah, so we might actually need this for this case. Is what we might need. Yeah. So if we change this to be a dot equals, then it'd be 1.0 and that, and then that should be true.
So you could. Oh.
We like to make
Yeah.
decisions here. Not good ones. Just
What? What's up?
Because equals doesn't do that. Equals. Does equals accept a delta?
No, that's why I'm looking at making n equals. I'd probably just call it like double equals or something. But then we have to track that's the deal. But I think I can just put it here like this, and then come to common extensions, and then come down and say public static bool equals double A, double B, and then we can come over here, and we could be real stupid, and anyway.
survey says.
Return maths absolute value A minus B
It's less than epsilon.
less than or equal to
Yeah.
epsilon times maths dot max 1.0 maths dot ABS.
I like Blazor Mr.
A.
Magoo's suggestion. Instead of equals, you should have, or you could have close enough.
Yes.
I'm fine with that. We want
Wait,
close
what is
enough.
this math.max? I don't understand.
Dude, I don't know.
Math.max 1.
So ours only takes 2. It's like, it must be like doing a clamp at the same time that it's doing. I don't know. I just literally typed what they had and then figured I would figure out the problem later. So it's epsilon times
It doesn't like that max that you're doing.
you know what I can do. Oh. Let's see. really it should just be if one minus the other one is less than the epsilon, right?
Well, so yeah, so if you get that the first part of there,
Well, if the larger one minus the smaller one is less than the epsilon, or no, well, it would
that's
just be a
that's why you do
negative.
the absolute value. So you just do
Yeah, yeah.
one minus the other, take the absolute value of that, and then but what they're doing is they're allowing that epsilon delta to grow if A or B is really, really large, it looks like. Right? So it's like the max of A or B or 1. So what they don't want is they don't want A or B to make it smaller. That's my best guess of what they're trying to say there. So they're using epsilon as the differential, but then if A is really, really large or B is really, really large, then the epsilon should grow wider proportionally to the largeness of A or B. Whether that's right or not, I don't know, but that's what they're doing.
So, chat, if you're just tuning in, this is live coding, live stream, live Wednesday on the Six Figure Developer channel, where we work on personal projects and banter and play the drop game and do whatever else. This week we are working on Clayton's Blazor game engine. I know it's difficult to tell since we're apparently copying a matrix library from JavaScript to C#. But I assure you, things will happen. We'll make progress. Clayton will delete it all. We'll start over. It'll be great.
It's the way of things. It is the way. I think this is effectively what they're doing, right?
Clamp. I'm not sure what clamp does.
Is what live?
Clamp
Wes.
Clamp says that the value is not allowed to go above this. So returns the value clamped to the inclusive range of min and max. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Other way around. It should... Yeah.
So they're taking. I think
yeah,
what theirs is like it's
I got
max
stuck in a
of all
loop.
those three
It's
values.
fine.
Yeah, it's... Hold on.
So we would have to do a max of A and B, and then a max of that with 1.
Yeah, so... Dot max A and B, and then 1.0, and then another max, right?
Yep, that's correct.
I didn't think copying the JavaScript would end up getting confusing, but whatever. Okay. I feel like this is doing more than it needs to. I don't feel like this is valuable, but
Yep, I agree.
it's
I don't.
it's what they're doing, so
Yes.
I'll just leave it there, and then we'll keep an eye on that as a potential performance impact. Okay, so then we come back to the tests, and then it would be common extension equals blah.
Clamps.
What? Yeah, we'll change it to close enough here in a second. I just want to get all these fixed up first. Okay, so yeah, so now I can come over here and I can... Can I do that? Yes. No, it gets mad. Close enough? Well, actually, is close enough.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. And then they have like some things pre-defined. We'll come back to those later once we're using them. Yeah. Okay. So let's go look at the next spec, I guess. So the next, there's a worker spec. Let me check out what that is. I think that's like web worker. XML HTTP request, self-post. Yeah, it's just a web worker thing. We're not going to mess with that. Okay, so on to what I think is going to be the next simplest thing, which would be the matrix 2 calculations. So this name will probably change at some point. I already don't like it. I don't like doing the common extensions. Dot close is close enough. Oh, although I guess I don't have to now, because I can say this double A. It's a double A. And then I could come here and I could do is close enough to that.
I'm not sure that's better.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Is there a that operator? There is not. Haha. Oh, I can't do that in the, or can I? That only works for classes that I'm creating, doesn't it? I can't create a operator for a pre-existing class, I don't think. Or can I?
Squirrel.
Yeah.
This whole stream is a squirrel. What are you talking about? We're writing
if
a
I can't,
matrix.
if I can't,
Version 17 of Blazor Game Engine.
if I can't squirrel, what's the point?
Oh, there's no doubt you can.
There it is. Sweet. I think I can. All right. So, but you know, because. So we throw that in there. Public static int operator. We're gonna do that, and then it's gonna take a double and a double, and then
Go for it.
non-external
What?
operator must declare a body. It is declaring a body.
Wes, if you thought that naming a library math was a bad idea, wait until you see this.
Right?
Freaking Ward says, watching Clayton.
Return. Oh, it needs to be a double. No, a bool. So we're gonna return
False.
x dot it. Oh, hello. What's it complaining about here? Do I need to get rid of that? X. There's somewhere it says things that you can use for. The tilde isn't used for anything in C#, right? Yeah, no, it's not.
These unary operators can be overloaded. Plus X, minus X, bang X, tilde X, double plus, double minus, true, and
Where's
false.
where do you see tilde X?
This.
Oh, there's the unary operators. I see a tilde. Can I just do it? User-defined operator must be declared static and public. X is close enough. Y. Static classes cannot contain user-defined operators. Overloadable binary operator expected. Okay, well, let's do this, and we'll do public class operator extensions. Hey now.
Get your game on.
Cannot define operator with stuff and things. No, now it hates me. Sadness. Okay.
I think it is close enough. It's
There's
good.
a way
It's
to do things.
Close enough.
No, keep trying. Keep trying.
There's a way to do that. I've done this before. Not this, but similar.
Other horrible things that you shouldn't speak of.
It's not like I used to go to. Okay.
I've seen things.
Oh, I wonder.
Can you use an emoji?
I don't like that either.
Is it that the method is static?
But it said it has to be. So like if I do this, right? Then it says I can't define it with two parameters. So it doesn't like that it's got two parameters. Oh, well, but no, then it no. So I could define I could define it with one parameter, but I don't want. So that's because it's a unary operator. But I don't want a unary operator. I want, I guess, a binary operator. But I don't actually want. I don't want to override those. The operators listed above can be overloaded. In particular, it is not possible to overload member methods, invocation, or the equals. And okay, so the equals is why it gets mad at me. For example, an overload of the operator asterisk is also an overload of operator asterisk equals. This is described further. Blah 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 blah. Cast operators such as t of x or type of x are overload. Blah blah blah.
So what do you do tonight? Well, we watched this idiot on stream try really hard to do something he should never ever do in code.
So there's this part right here, right? So it says candidate user defined operators. So given type T and an operation of operator OPA, where OP is an overloadable operator and A is an argument, blah 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 blah. I thought you could make your own operator, and then because like to me, when you do that, it's like, oh, it's almost equal. It's good enough, right? But apparently that's not what the C# is letting me do. So
you should file an issue and see if they can't.
I should
add
complain.
That. Raise an issue and see if they can include that in C#.
Oh, and then I could do
10, I guess.
1.0 D is close enough to that. And then everything should still pass. Yay, we're happy. Okay.
You fixed the first test.
You
27.
You fixed the first test.
Well, give us a link.
What's the 27? What allow?
Line 27.
Oh. Okay. Okay, back to maybe making more sense for anybody who's out there. Can use an emoji as an... I wish. Well, I mean, I don't actually wish, but for doing stupid stuff like what I was trying to do, that would have been fantastic. Okay, so now we need a new test class. Yeah, I'm going to do it the short, quick way. Public class, matrix, there's 2 tests. Wow. Now, again with the method. Yeah, that.
What keyboard are you using?
It's the Corsair K95. It's not the keyboard. It's me.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
No, don't ever do that. Okay, so then they have create.
This one's gonna do some stuff.
I will go back and make fancy test names later, but right this second, I'm just going to use their test names. They also
I'm just
have
saying
a
that
before
this class
each,
is
so
339 lines long.
It's simple.
Gonna do some
It's,
stuff.
yeah, it's fine. It's a nice keyboard, isn't it, Wesley? And it does color thingies. Every time I hit a key, it does rainbows. Okay.
I mean, that's maybe your fingers are tripping over the rainbows.
So here we'll probably have to make an operator here.
He's just ignoring it.
So we can say matrix A equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Matrix B, it hurts, equals 5, 6, 7, 8. Out equals and identity equals 1, 0, 0, 1. Oh, good. Okay.
All right, meetup scheduled for next month.
Yay. All right, so here's where we need to do an operator. So public static public static matrix 2 operator, and then this is going to take well, is there a special way to define an instantiation operator or assignment operator? C# create. I don't think it's not called that. It's called something else when you do it. We're going to move forward, though. So this will be an int array of 4 positions. Val. Yep. Value. Am I doing it wrong? It's just that? I guess it's just that. And it's complaining. Valid operator sign expected. Yep.
What are you doing? I don't understand.
Okay, so there's a process where you can take you can say like int a equals 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can say explicit or implicit. Somewhere implicit operator. C# implicit assignment. Implicitly typed local variables. Examples of implicit variable assignment. Implicit conversion operator, that's what I'm looking for. That's not the page that it took me to. Public static implicit operator byte and digit. Yes, okay, there we go.
Or use the next hour doing so, yes.
I don't need this part. I need this part and then matrix 2. And then we get that. Isn't there... Can I not say that it has to be like a 4 position? I guess not. And then so return new hello. Matrix 2. It helps if I say new. And then I'll just say like a value 0, value 1, value 2, value 3.
Yep. When you're declaring it, you can provide the default size.
Assert. No, not that. What? Where?
Not in.
Oh, not there.
Yeah.
So, if value dot length not equal 4, then throw new argument exception. This would be value must be a 4-position array. Name of value. There. Otherwise, we're going to do that, and then up here we can just say double A, double B, double C, double D. I was going to leave it alone. Okay, anyway, so we're not doing that now. And then as long as all of those are that, then... Hey, stop it! Out. I did a tree. What?
I see. I see what you're doing now.
Oh, yes. No, int. Pay no attention to me. That should be yes. Yes.
Yeah, you don't need the keyword anymore.
Shut up.
Easy there, Tiger.
Why is it so difficult to make an array in C#?
Because you shouldn't do it.
They made it easy.
Sure they did. It just takes way more effort than just about every other programming language.
Oh yeah, you got to look it up every time. It's
So I just use ilist in interviews.
Yeah, I think that's... Is that... That wasn't them trying to, like, push you in a direction.
It's the pit of success? Or
the pit of the direction they want you to go. I don't know.
It's the options to figure out how to do it.
All right, so now that we've gotten that far, we can actually maybe start writing the test. Okay, so that was the setup. So
Which
now,
is a crate, by the way.
Yes. So we're literally going to say
what you just did.
var result equals. Well, no. No, because create is a function that they're calling on matrix.
Yeah, he hasn't yet.
That's what they're doing. And
Oh,
then
I
it
know.
should be a 4-element array initialized to a 2x2 identity matrix. So I should be able to say assert to an identity matrix. So I should be able to say assert equals and then result and identity. That's what I should be able to do.
Except that they won't be.
This is correct.
Correct.
So then create would be new matrix 2, and the identity matrix is 1001. 1001. Just for visual clarity.
So glad you made that visually clear.
There we go. Eat it. Okay, so oh, look at that. Okay, so it fails, and it fails for so many reasons. One of which being that we don't have a
Equalish.
we don't have an equality operator that can check against an array. So public static implicit operator equals. Oh no, it's bool. And then it would be, yeah, equals, and then we're just going to take int array value, turn false, and tuple must contain at least 2 elements. So matrix 2, matrix, and value would be, well, so this is expected? I don't know. What's it grabbing about now? Valid operator sign expected. It hates me.
Should it be the double equals?
Oh, yeah. Well, now it's going to complain about requires a matching operator to also be defined. Fine. There we go. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to... This one can throw. We'll probably get to that one later, but for right now, it can be that. Okay, so now we have that. Yes. And our test doesn't appear to be executing it, because it's probably doing the dot equals. So public override equals object. Return false. Is this being called? Heck no. I don't even know, man. All right. Okay, so one of the reasons why it wouldn't work, like assuming everything else works, one of the reasons why it wouldn't work is because we're not actually assigning the values when we call the thing. So let's say private matrix, so it's an int matrix equals 1 0 0 1. With a little underscore. And then we can say matrix 0 equals A, B, C, D. All right, it's not that, it's a double. Okay, that makes everything happy. What's this say? Read only, sure, whatever. Yeah. So even though it starts off as an identity, well, I guess it can start off as just zeros, and then that would set the identity. But then we need to compare. Static equals overloads are used for comparing instances of 2 types. For not be used for comparison for equality, this object will always throw with assert fail. Please use.
So assert true result dot equals.
Are equal.
Oh.
It helps if I call the right function
Gotcha.
that I was trying to call. Now I still think that this probably is doing what I was saying earlier, where it's calling the public override equals. Yes, that's what it's calling. So, oi. What are the other equals? Public override. Oh, bull. Nothing. Okay. I don't want to do that one. If obj is type of? No, just the thing. It's been a while. So if it is, then return this equals obj as it's mad at me. Not all code paths. Oh. Ooh. Oh, this would be value. So it's never getting in there. Why is it not getting in there? Break on this line. Oh, obj is a matrix 2? What test are we in? Oh, identity is a matrix 2. Huh.
Where am I? Who are you people?
Right? let's see. Okay. So that was a lot of extra work for no reason. That's good times. Well then, so this would be I don't know, same? Our same? Should then... Or I need to do an equals with matrix 2. Well, of course it does.
You're running at our same right now. Shouldn't
not
you
that
just
it
be doing
matters.
overriding equals, but with matrix 2?
Yeah. So I guess I need...
Why'd you interrupt him?
This would be int array matrix 2 it's not doing anything
It's still
now.
not hitting that. Yeah.
Oh, well, we're back to this again.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay, so
Okay.
at least it's hitting that now. So then I need to come up to here, and I need to return...
True.
well, I need to return matrix dot, or matrix 0 equals expected 0. And, on and on till the end of time.
At least for 4. There we go. Now it should pass.
Well, now I gotta go and modify my matrix class again
Man.
to inherit from array. Which probably breaks some stuff. What's this say? Cannot access internal constructor array here. No. IEnumerable. Cannot apply indexing to an expression of type. But why? Create indexer. Oh, you just create an indexer and then meh.
So, chat, has anybody else fallen down a rabbit hole before? I mean, I'm just asking. No reason.
Look, things need to happen. Leave me alone.
How do you help?
I mean,
friends out
I'm
of
sure
rabbit holes?
things need to happen. Yes, I'm not sure this is one of them.
Not that. This. Oh, and then I can just do this. Yay! And then I can, yeah, and then that. Yes. Uh-huh. Don't be jealous. Okay. So now that's gonna, the index is gonna get the index, and then the things are gonna do the things. I should actually now be able to say this. Oh, but this, I don't have a set.
I like it that the first thing I see is recommendation for C# matrix library closed. No.
Huh? What? It's closed? I'm very confused about what you guys are talking about right now.
Oh, don't worry about
Don't worry
it.
about it.
Okay. All right. So it's saying it failed, and it failed for why? It's running through here. What's this saying?
Coil Twitch bot.
Possible-
Thanks for the bits.
Let me break here.
Although if you're a bot, are you real? Is this what's in the bottom of the rabbit hole?
Is anybody real? 1001.
What was Wes? What was in that pill?
1001. That should return true.
Blazor, Mr. Magoo wants an
Right.
epsilon in the equality operator there.
That should return true. I'm gonna have to capture this value so that I can see what it is.
What did the dormouse say?
This should be the true. It's the false. Why is it the false? 1001. Oh,
So, to answer Blazor Magoo's question, I think yes, there should be one. But I don't think we're anywhere close to being there yet.
methinks that these need to be close enough.
One squirrel at a time.
So if I say oh, I could do it the other way. Why? Just pull it in. Okay. Up, down. Yep. Do stuff.
Well,
What
isn't all the arrays integer arrays in Matrix 2?
No, they're double arrays. Wherever it went. Just a double. It's a double array.
Okay.
And so we had the ability to compare it as an integer array, but because they're double arrays, they're never equal. They're equal within a delta, so that needs to be checked. So we need to use our close enough function, which is for whatever reason not showing up. So I can do using Blazor game framework math. And then it doesn't. Common extensions dot is close enough. Argument type object is not assignable to. Oh. Okay. I may not need to do that. Yup, stuff, yep, yep. There's a reason why I wouldn't pull it in. Yep, yep, yep. Just go, stop. it still sees this. Oh, it's reading. Yeah, object. So it's getting back object because my index thing is object, but it should be double. And then everything's happy. All right. Okay, cool. So, ooh, switch statement. Definitely. I guess we can remove that for right now and just have that. Okay. So, now I can just return. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. What's the next test? Clone. That'll be fun. All right. All right. So, matrix 2, clone matrix A.
It should be pretty simple. Should be pretty quick.
That's what they all say.
Well, this one's just right, like
And
copying
then,
it, right? Or I don't know. Copy is a little bit different, I guess.
I mean, it is a copy, but you know. So we just need to say are equal, and then result and matrix A, and then, but also are not the same result and matrix A. What's it? What? Oh, expected is matrix A. And that is same here. Not expected would be matrix A. Okay. So
What happened with Elon Musk and Bitcoin or whatever?
doggy coin?
Now, there was something with Bitcoin specifically today, I thought.
No idea. He probably crashed the market.
Interesting. Seems like perhaps one person shouldn't be able to do that.
So now, if I return value, if I return matrix A, then it is equal, but it's also the same. Did Ash go invisible?
He ran away. I looked up and he was gone.
Oh, okay. It happens. Anyway, so it's still the same object, so it fails this assertion. So we actually need to make it a different object that is still the same. So if I say new matrix value 0, value 1, value 2, value 3, then that makes it happy. Okay. So that one was pretty quick.
You all right?
Well, they have a clone, and then they also have a copy.
Ash is back.
He is. What's the value of having clone and copy?
I don't understand that either. Sorry.
Source, matrix 2, create. Okay, create an array of type 4. Yep, stuff things. Yep. Okay. Clone. So for clone, out 0 equals, oh, sorry, here, you guys can see it. Out 0 equals A0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Return. Copy. 0, 1, 2, 3. It's... Oh.
It's copying into the thing you pass in.
Right. So it's not making a new one like clone does. It's just putting values into. Okay. Whatever. Public void copy. Oh, well, there wouldn't be a result for this one.
Thank you, Wes.
Matrix2 dot copy out and well, they do have result. Result equals matrix2 dot copy out and matrix A. Expect out to equal matrix A. Expect result to be out. Okay. Result equals... Okay. And then, so in this one, it would be these same deals here, except for we would say that we expect, well, we expect them to be the same.
To be the same.
The expected is out, and we expect that to be the same as result. And we expect also that out is going to equal matrix A. Or the expected is matrix A. In this case, result is out, is what we expect. It's kind of strange. Alright, so, yep, matrix 2 is going to be returned, except for we're receiving a matrix 2 target and a matrix 2 value, and then instead of returning a new, we're going to return the target, and we're going to say target 0 equals value 0. So like that. Oh, we can't do setters. So we'll have to add a setter. So it's not a get only anymore. Oh, I hate you. There. So set would be matrix I equals value. And then we can do that. And that, yes, that makes that not unhappy. Oh, copy. Interesting. Oh. There we go. Sweet. Things are happy. And just so we can see it not pass. If we had done it incorrectly, then we could see that it is not equal. And the only way for it to pass the are same is that they are, in fact, the exact same object. So, how's everybody doing?
We got like 30
could
minutes
you
for you
just
to
go
break
with
it.
R same there and not worry about the R equal?
Oh, so we care that it has the values from matrix A, but we care also that the value that was returned is actually the target of the copy. So we actually care about both things.
Oh, I see.
We don't, technically there's no reason to receive this value other than it makes the code more understandable. Because you're saying copy this value into here and then give me the result. So obviously there is mutation happening, but this could just as easily be a non-mutable. You could follow, like functional paradigm, but then it'd be basically clone. But you can
Right.
still call it as if it's following functional paradigm. Like, you don't have to pay attention to the fact that it did what it did. I mean, you'll suffer the
Okay.
consequences, but I don't know. I'm just copying their library.
Yeah, all I was saying was I think our same in this case would cover both. But
No, it wouldn't. Because then we wouldn't, like, it would be the same, but it may or may not have the correct values in it.
how could it not be the same but not have the correct values?
Well, I could do this.
Hey, Code with Sean's here. Welcome. If you're just joining us, this is live coding, live stream, live Wednesday, live with Wesley in chat. He likes it when I say live a lot, apparently.
We are live.
We are working on personal projects on Wednesdays. This is Clayton's Blazor game engine project.
We're finally
it
doing
started-
C#.
Started off life as a port of monogame in Blazor. We're in iteration, I think Blazor Mr. Magoo said we're in iteration 17. Clayton likes to write some of it, scrap it, and rewrite it. For a Blazor project, we were writing a whole lot of JavaScript for a while. Now we are copying a JavaScript matrix library into C#, sort of test driving it.
So we're doing C# now. You should be happy. Beggars can't be choosers.
And Wes says, are you still counted as live if you're dead inside? I mean,
I hope so.
we like to ask the tough questions here.
If not, then we've never been live. Var result equals matrix.
Blazor Mr. Magoo says that I say live on the recordings also, so there's that.
Out.
I
And
mean,
then,
it's always live for us.
so we are expecting.
It's
Okay,
recorded
so-
live in front of a studio audience.
Assert are equal, and we expect
I can see the matrix.
identity result, and then yeah, that'll be fixed in a minute. And then we also it's same thing as last time. We expect out and result to be the same object. I don't like this. This whole thing they're doing. Public static matrix 2 identity, and then we're taking in a target, and then we're returning a value. Let's go see how they handled this. So identity. Oh, well, that's just silliness. Okay. Why would I have to pass in a matrix to get the identity matrix out? Okay. Anyway. So we're going to return the target.
So you could copy with one with a create. Or you could do this.
I mean,
3. 102 needs to be 3.
And CLW's here? I mean, somebody left a door open somewhere. We got Code with Sean and CLW.
okay. All right, at least these are going pretty quick. Look, we're like on line 77 now. Assuming the tests go in that order. Nope, transpose is next.
Oh, that
Which
should
is
be a
not the
fun one.
next thing in the list here. Okay, anyway. So transpose is what we got coming up. I'm just going to do one of these numbers. I mean, everybody copy pastes their unit tests, right?
Of course.
What you could do is you could write a code generator to generate your unit tests.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Those who don't copy paste write code generators. Yes.
Okay, so all right, so we're getting the result. Oh, this is actually going to be several tests, so we'll have to do a
Yes.
bit more than that probably. Or no, it's several asserts. We're fine. Okay, so it's out and stop it. Stop it. Yeah, out and matrix A. And then we are asserting that are equal, and we're going to say that we're expecting 1, 3, 2, 4. And also, we do expect that. And then we also expect, what was that? I didn't see.
So the original matrix should not be modified. So matrix A should be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no, I know the code. What was all the buzzing?
Mr. Magoo said, I always copy and paste tests when I'm rewriting vector 4.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
course.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll probably do that too. Matrix A. Okay. So we need this transpose function, which transpose, it takes 2 values. So we have the target and the value.
Ash, you're squealing again.
I'm sorry. I think it.
He just can't contain himself. Okay, and then
It's gone now. It's done. Maybe it's just when you turn your head.
No, it's still going. It's just you probably don't
So
hear it. as well.
if
I don't
target
know.
equal
Go down a little bit lower. Can you still hear me? Okay.
value,
Yep.
Okay.
else. All right, so if the target equals the value, then A equals
Code
value.
with Sean wants one of the variables in the matrix really. It says one of the variables in the matrix really has to be White Rabbit. And CLW, why does your project not live in Azure? Why GCP? Sad panda.
No, wait, I did this incorrect. Target 1 equals value 2. Target 2 equals A. Why did I have to create a variable? Seriously.
We got like 15 more minutes.
I just, like, look at this code. So they're transpose. Okay, so we're not actually going to change anything about A, and we're going to change stuff about out. So we create a variable to hold the value of the position of A1. Then we assign out1 equal to A2, and then we assign out2 equal to A1. Why is there a variable? There is zero reason for a variable. I'm guessing that they refactored this code several times.
But he said let.
I don't care. Okay, anyway. Target 0. And then of course in the next section they don't do that. I guess you're saving a little bit on reads and writes by doing the if check.
Code with Sean says, I assume line 119 is expecting to be reference equals.
119.
CLW the
On my code.
Yeah, the green dots, the red dots, and the white dots are from InCrunch, the unit test runner that he has installed, third-party plugin. You can see the test runner on the bottom right, little boxy area. Green are passing tests, red are failing tests, and white are uncovered lines.
Yeah, so we're going to do these regardless, and then we're only going to do these if.
Yeah, I've been paying for InCrunch out of pocket for 6 or 8 years now. Well worth it. Especially if you work for a company that'll pay for it for you.
Yeah, leave it that way.
Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, because the not equals isn't implemented.
I thought we did.
No, we didn't implement the not equals. It either
Throws
returns
not
it returns false.
Oh, returns false.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
So it would be
So just that, but not. Right. Yep.
should be that.
Yeah, Clayton's been trying multiple times with overriding operators, a couple of different places.
We're having fun tonight.
We talked about things that you can do but shouldn't, things that you should never do.
But can?
Let's be honest. We're starting with writing our own matrix library.
But not really. We're taking the test suite of a JavaScript matrix library, re-implementing the tests here, and then driving that implementation in C#.
I don't see why you have such a problem with this.
Because all I wanted to see was the breakout game running again. And we've been looking at a matrix test library.
Look,
No,
if
I think this is the right way to go.
You complain endlessly that we're doing all this JavaScript in
Have
the
we met?
in Blazor.
You could have stopped with you complain endlessly.
So I'm like, fine, we'll do some C#. And then you're like, why?
Where's the breakout game?
So the first one is transpose.
You had me
different.
at hold my beer. Nice.
And then this one is transpose same. And then should place values into matrix A. So we expect matrix A to be 1, 3, 2, 4.
I gotta leave it up there long enough for him to actually see it.
We expect
Should
matrix A
shouldn't
to be
these,
the result.
wait?
What?
Shouldn't the asserts on these two be almost identical with just different values?
Well, so there's an extra assert. So out is not being passed in anymore. It's only matrix A twice.
Oh, because it's being passed in twice.
So there's
Got
that.
it. Yep.
And then again, the result and matrix A are the exact same thing in this case. So
Right.
we're not expecting the matrix A will not have changed. We're expecting, in fact, that it will have changed. So there's that.
I see.
Except it's saying that this is incorrect, that it is not 1324. So it really should. Oh. Ah. Yes. Yes.
Now we understand why there was a variable. Is that...
Yes.
I don't understand. They're crazy. Oh, right.
Well, they were handling a strange case.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go.
Oh, look. Ash left us a chat message privately that said he'll be right back.
Oh, I don't look at those. But that right there is why you do
or his
unit
email,
tests.
or his phone.
That's why you do unit tests, because we would not have caught that, clearly. Even if there's somebody else's unit tests. Okay, so now we've got invert.
Don't ignore unit tests, CLW. What is wrong with you?
So this will be invert, and yeah, of course it does. It takes out and matrix A and has a result. And then again, there are 3 things. So we do expect out and the result to be the same object. And then we expect
Yeah, I worked with a financial institution, kind of auditing some of their systems and seeing about their quality practices, and went to one of the teams and said, well, the good news is your team actually has unit tests on your projects. There are 7 of them. They're all commented out, and if you uncomment them, they all fail. And they said, oh, we didn't know we had any. We'll go ahead and delete those.
nailed it. All right, so this is the first part. Right, so this is going to be the same. So this is, this is different, and then there will be one that is the same. All right, start with the transpose. And invert target value, okay. Jump over to our handy dandy JavaScript library. And they're doing the thing with the let again. This time I'm going to pay attention. So let a equal value 0. Can we do that in? I don't think that works in a1 equals value 1. Oh, I guess it works. Okay. So we have a0. A2 and A3. Oh, I thought it was going to work. Yep. Double? Hey, hey. Okay. And then var determinant equals a0 times a3 minus a2 times a1. Simple. Just like that. If not determinant, well, that won't work in C#.
I think it's a determinant equals 0.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 0, then return null, which that'll break everything. And then now we're setting determinant. Oh,
We're inversing the
Yeah.
determinant.
Will you drop that that in chat again? That link to that library.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Ash is on the job. Target 0
There's the
equals a3 times the determinant.
GitHub. Here's the specific matrix class that we're working
1,
with.
2, 3,
And
3. Oops. Negative a1,
here's the spec that we're copying.
negative a2,
We're copying
and
all of it.
a0.
Yes,
yeah, all
in
times
in crunch and TDD is the way to go.
In crunch is freaking amazing. Loves it. And then we return the target. Okay. Typo. Does it know how to spell
You
the
spelled
target?
it wrong. There's an extra I after the N.
Well, now
So-
all the other
so
ones are
close.
broken. You're not real helpful, John.
These cans are defective.
Okay. Okay, let's see what it is complaining about. Okay, obviously it's saying that is incorrect.
What's incorrect about it?
So it's saying that it expected a system double, but actually matrix. So we just need to go and modificate our equals here, I believe. So if obj is, I should put this after that one because that one's probably more likely. If obj, why?
Wes asks if you know F2 rename.
It doesn't
Or Control RR if you have
Yeah, it
ReSharper installed.
work.
Control RR.
Yes, Control RR works. But then I wouldn't get to yell at you.
I mean, you still
it's-
can.
There's
You
a
will.
strategy.
Strategery.
Whatever. I feel like, oh, they do have to be named different. So this would be double array. Right, and then it's like that's not a thing. What are you smoking? Oh no, that's the new. Where's the equals? Equal. That's an int. Double.
Gotta do the other one too.
It's true. Ooh, fancy pants. Guess we just do that. Why not let C# do it for me? Well, this is just gonna be... It's just gonna be this again, right? Cheat all the things. Okay, it does not appear to be getting in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say didn't.
System double array and matrix 2, but that's... I mean, isn't that exactly how we're... Wait, how are we doing the... How are these working just fine? Those are the int, right? Is int getting hit? No. It's not. Oh, do we need this maybe? I think we do. That's, yeah. This is the only one being executed because the others are using the implicit operators. So really that's the only one that matters. And then that doesn't matter because it's being handled by the implicit operators.
Aha.
Yay. Okay. That's the different. So now we gotta do the same. I wish if you had something snake case that it would like just highlight the one. Thanks for following. Rona? Ron?
Renasi?
Renat? Yeah, I don't
We're
know.
terrible at this. So sorry. Please don't go away.
We've been followed by the Rona.
That's it. That's what you wanted to do. Great. Hey, Long Bullion's here. Long Bullion, we were just talking about TDD. I know that you're less than a fan, if I remember correctly.
It's going great. We're writing C#.
CLW is here, was lurking, maybe still lurking, talking about deleting tests and ignoring them and all the fun stuffs.
Yay.
A fan of all things TDD when it works.
It works all the time. If it didn't work, then, you know, I mean, it's not very helpful. Invert adjoint. Adjoint? I don't know what this is. Oh,
wait,
so just so
where are you?
Adjoint. Adjoint?
Where?
Here. I don't know.
Is that a math term?
I feel like they should have done the determinant test before they did the invert test. Since you calculate the determinant as part of the invert test.
They could use the determinant. What they ought to have done is used the calculation of yes.
Hold on.
Agree.
Long Bullion needs to get blood pressure medication before we have this conversation. And then just gonna sit there and yell at the screen the whole time.
What now?
Long Bullion is getting blood pressure medication before we start talking about TDD.
Oh, sweet.
And then just start yelling at the screen.
Let us know when you're refreshed. All right. So
Yeah, we should have used the actual determinant calculation
in the
function.
invert. In the
In
invert.
the invert.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why? It's backwards.
Well, it's duplicating code, actually.
So adjoint. Adjoint does the same pattern, so I guess we'll just follows the pattern. All right, so it's out matrix A, and it's going to be not that's the wrong part.
If we're doing TDD like this, it's going to be really hard to break something, and we are just past the hour. We can't leave it in a broken state like this.
Do we need to abandon TDD so that we can make long boolean
So
happy
you-
and break something?
Well, Corey keeps recommending that we just comment stuff out.
I mean, so
You could comment
if,
the code and then...
if you think about it, the entire Blazor game framework is currently commented out. I'm in the process of uncommenting it.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is
We apologize.
live coding live stream Wednesday. We work on personal projects. Believe it or not, this is Blazor Game Engine, Clayton's Blazor project that started life as a port of monogame in Blazor.
Now it's
Then we
become a
spent-
C# matrix library.
Yeah, then we spent a lot of time in JavaScript for a while for some reason. We had a platformer starting to work.
Threw that out.
Threw that out, switched over to the Breakout game, and that worked in a couple of different iterations in a couple of different graphics libraries. Now we are working on porting a matrix library from the unit test specifications out of a JavaScript framework into C# by implementing the unit tests and test driving it from there.
Right.
And also mostly just copying their functions that they're doing.
I mean, it's not 100% copy. I mean,
It isn't.
I have to.
There's
I have
a
to go
lot
from,
of C# stuff that we have to do.
I have to go from this to, like, there's enough change that I'm still gonna put their license in there because I am visually, mentally copying, but I'm changing enough of the code that you'd never know I copied it because all their code is just the base math formulas to do the thing, really.
Long Boolean, we are here, if nothing else, but to entertain.
Are you not entertained?
And
Okay,
Clayton
so-
is as good a sport as any for heckling.
If you guys don't heckle me, I'm gonna heckle myself. Value 0.
Wait, why is there 2 broken?
How did you manage that? How did you break 2 tests?
Oh, because he copy
I'm
pasted
trying,
2.
I'm trying to make CLW happy, and I wrote 2 tests at the same time.
It's like super TDD.
Or I'm trying to give Long Boolean an aneurysm. I don't know which.
Ronasi says, sir, actually, I'm working with .NET Framework Beginner. Is it necessary to learn .NET Core? Because lots of projects comes with Core and .NET 5. If you're just starting out, I would maybe say go straight to Core and or .NET 5. .NET Core 3.1 is current long-term support. .NET 5 was released in November, so it's the latest and greatest. .NET 6 will be released this November, and then will be the current long-term support. CLW says that he'd suggest .NET 5 if you're just starting out.
Yeah, Microsoft's general direction from the people that I've seen is if you're greenfield or you're just starting out, start with .NET 5 because it's the latest, greatest. You'll want to switch to .NET 6 pretty much as soon as it comes out, though, because it'll be long-term support. But for now, 5 is good. Target 3.
And define null zero. just joined. It looks like says, "Whoa, this looks serious." 3 dudes coding. It's actually 1 dude coding, 2 guys heckling, and this is Live Coding Live Stream Wednesday, where we work on personal projects. This is, believe it or not, Clayton's Blazor game engine project. At some point, we might actually see the breakout game running again.
I can run the code right now.
We do this every Wednesday from 8 p.m. Eastern to maybe 10 p.m. or so, depending on at what stage we break the code. Then we will be back on Mondays at 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern for the live broadcast of the podcast.
All right.
So please do subscribe, do all those things.
Multiply, which is probably the first useful function.
Yes.
Looks to be pretty serious. Determinant is the next thing in their testing list. So if we look at the tests,
Define Null Zero says, "I love heckling coders. You are in the right place."
We should do determinant and then switch over invert to use our determinant.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I would say that's a stopping place.
Yeah, that's a good stopping place because multiply has quite a bit of stuff going on.
Yeah, multiply is going to be...
But it's also the first useful function because it's one that I think I'm using already.
And rotate would be the next one, and scale would be the next one, which those 3...
The ones that I actually want.
Those are the next
Whatever.
Clayton is on the far left. He is the one driving. John Calloway here in the middle, and Ash on the right. There was an actual question. Long Boolean said, so joking aside, what is the big picture for what you're doing right now? Writing tests for all of your functions?
So, I don't understand matrix math. But for the purposes of Blazor game, I want the matrix math to be part of the library. Because we can do all the stuff that we've been doing with the shaders in WebGL. We can actually do that just as matrix calculations before we even send stuff to WebGL, which means we can do it in C#. And I want as much of the code to actually be in C# as possible. We've been doing that stuff in JavaScript using a library called GL Matrix. Which they can post the link to again if anybody wants. But that library is in JavaScript, which means I can't use it. Well, I can't use it very easily from the C#. Also, I like to do as much of stuff as I can when I can. So we are mostly copying the library, but that library has unit tests already written for it, which is good because if I were to break the matrix math, I wouldn't know it without tests. So we're copying their unit tests, assuming that their unit tests are doing the right thing and checking the right stuff. And then, of course, if we run into performance issues or edge cases, we'll write more tests for those later on to make sure that everything is working as it's supposed to. But these matrix maths, the actual calculations that are happening are fairly standard, I believe. So it's unlikely that they've screwed something up. But still, I don't understand them. I certainly can't do them off the top of my head. So we're just stealing from this open source library, and I will be putting the license for the open source library into my code so that we're covered as far as that goes.
What branch are you on? You're still in WebGL reboot?
Yes, down there at the bottom. Which you
yeah,
can't
so
read
focus.
Ash didn't cover enough. It's down there. But yeah, WebGL reboot.
Yeah, folks, here's a link to the GitHub repo, all open source, of course. Give us a like and fork and play around with that and star and the things you do in GitHub. I don't know what you do in GitHub.
Yeah, 2 to 3 out of every 2 to 3 weeks out of every month. It seems like I'm working on this, so that's kind of the speed of updates for the library. Not the whole week, just Wednesdays.
It would be really cool when it's done, but because we burn it down every about month and a half,
it's a learning project.
It might be a while.
And define null zero. The name comes from a talk, a presentation that one of our friends gave out of the Nashville area many years ago. And it's the name of the podcast and blog that the three of us work on.
Okay.
And CLW, what makes you think this is ever going to be done?
Okay, so the Matrix stuff that we're doing right now will cause us to have to rewrite the majority of the work that we've already done in JavaScript.
This is going to be good.
And then not too far down the road, as CLW is pointing out, that Wesley said. Anyway, Web GPU will be coming out. Currently, it's only available in Canary nightly builds of Chrome Canary, or whatever, Chromium Canary, whatever it is. So it's not widely available yet, but once Web GPU becomes widely available, it should be a faster platform for doing graphics development on the web. So I will want to switch the code to use Web GPU instead of WebGL, which I think largely involves a change to the shader language, but it might also be a change to some of the GL calls that are being made. I don't know. I don't know what the impact of that will be, but I'll be wanting to change that as well. So I don't know, maybe a full rewrite. Who knows?
Actually, probably what we're doing right now and pulling all the stuff that we have in JavaScript back to C# is probably actually going to be super useful for that, because I feel like the less your JavaScript's doing, probably the more likely that change would be less impactful.
Yeah, because it'll just be the JavaScript APIs that are changing, so I'll be able to pretty easily retarget those and still keep my API, I hope. Public static. This is going to return a double. Determinant? Yeah, is that determine?
I believe that's right.
Okay, well, it's not complaining about the spelling anymore, so I got it right in front of me. Yeah, it should be fine. Determinant. Yep. Okay, so return.
I think it probably was raw JavaScript, not TypeScript, right?
Yes. Yeah, raw JavaScript. Very, very raw. It does have types, though. Well, so if you look at the GL matrix, it's not using typed features, but it is namespacing all the functions, so it's exporting them into GL matrix, as module mat2. So it's exporting them into mat2, but it doesn't exactly have types. But if you look at the Blazor game code that I have a class called game. But it's all 100% JavaScript. I don't know why I'm scrolling through this. Okay.
Yeah, Wes says, I think you guys need to come up with something to gamble our channel points on. I would say that we're not really what you might call idea people. We're mostly implementers.
Or good at Twitch.
Or that, yeah.
There is that. Value 0 times value. Or, I mean, if you got suggestions, minus...
I mean, I'll let you spend your money.
Not async. Times value 1. Whatever that does.
What finds the determinant?
So then up here, as Ash was saying, there's no reason that this needs to be that. So we could go here and we could say value. So determinant of value, and then that'll give us the determinant value.
And then we don't have that logic twice.
Right. Less chance of screwing it up. Yeah, and I think that's the only place we're using determinant, and that gets us to the end of said determinant, or said testing structure that we were going to cover. The next thing we'll do is the multiply, rotate, scale. Translate should be around here somewhere.
It was...
Do we not have translate? Transpose, but that's not... Oh, well, whatever.
Is
This
it
just
multiply,
matrix 2.
scalar, and add? No, yeah, this is matrix 2.
This is matrix
no.
2. We'll have to do the same thing again with matrix 3 and matrix 4, but I believe that those use matrix 2 in the calculations. For optimization, they may not, but in the maths, they do.
Yeah, long Boolean, we don't really know how to twitch, so I don't know what points are for or used for. I think we set up some things.
Yeah, there are things for the, like, we'll do a code review. What was the other stuff? Anyway,
Yeah, if you really want us looking at your code, we'll do it.
Here's for anybody who hasn't seen it. Here's the application in its current form, actually running. We have not pulled out the matrix calculations that we're currently doing in JavaScript, and we're not doing them in C# yet. But that's what we're working on now, is getting the library ready so that we can do that. If we go and we look at closing everything, if we go look at Blazor game here, you can see that we have a matrix 4, and we're calling translate and rotate, and those will eventually be in the C#. So we'll actually be doing this stuff in C# instead of in JavaScript, which is going to change the structure of how we treat all these things.
Yeah. In Blazor, all the stuffs.
All as much of the stuffs as possible in the Blazors.
And then we can get back to the breakout game and the platformer game. And the things you've already deleted 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Well, a breakout game's easy to make, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I know. I've watched you do it 3 times already.
But we're trying to simplify this shader logic and basically get rid of it. So all of this stuff that we're doing based on the position, we'll actually do in the C# instead of inside the shader code. Doing it in the C# means that we can do it maybe less often. So we could calculate position 1 time instead of calculating it every time, because the position actually doesn't change. But the shader runs for every, let's see, the fragment shader runs for every pixel. The vertex shader runs for every vertex. But anyway, we'll be able to pre-calculate this position stuff so that it's at the right, so we have the right thing, and we'll also pre-calculate this, this whole calculation here. And that will allow us to switch between a 2D and a 3D graphics space, all in the C#, and we won't have to deal with any of that in the JavaScript. It's going to get crazy and complicated, just the way I like it. For play, not at work. I try to make things simple at work, but when I'm playing, I go crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. With that, we are about 25 minutes past the hour. Usually around this time, things are broken and on fire, and we call it a night, and then quickly fix it off camera, because that's how that rolls. But really appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Do like and subscribe and do all the things. We'll be back here on Monday at 7 p.m. for the live broadcasting of the podcast with Guy Royce. So if you like Ash's beard, you'll like Guy's better. And then we'll be back the following Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for some more live coding, live streaming. Yeah. So with that, I am John Calloway. That is Clayton Hunt, and that is John Ash. We will raid our friend over at Calibration and say good night.
Good night, everybody.